Hi you guys, how you guys doing? I'm doing all right. Today is day 20. Like I just remember yesterday. I'm going woo. First day of Thanksvember and today's day 20. We're gonna leave it there. Today I'm grateful for the healing process. The healing process for me is very important. Now, is it difficult? Yes. Is it painful? Yes. Is is it shaping you, molding you to a different person for the better? Yes. Do we want to go through it? No. Do we have to go through it? Yes. Because at the end of the day, when you are healed from certain trauma, certain things that happened to you in your past, you're able to help someone else. And that person's able to help someone else. And it's like a ripple effect. Now, if you don't go through that healing process, whew, hurt people, hurt people, hurt people, hurt people. Now, the healing process is like something that you sometimes you don't even know you're going through a healing process or you need a healing process until something resurfaces again or someone do something to you. You react towards them and you reflect on your action. You're like, why did I react like that? Either you seek God or you go to counseling and you start to talk about your childhood, and then you bring up these memories that sometimes, most of the time, you forget. You actually close the door or you build around it. How you build around it is because you distract yourself. Either you worked, either you did an activity, either you gotten into another relationship, physical relationship, romantic relationship, whatever it is. You distract yourself. Okay, you build a defense mechanism, a wall, and you shut that traumatic experience out. And then when you're in counseling or when you seeking God and God is healing you through prayer and through worship, you're realizing you are hurt by these experiencing, and then you release. When you release is when you cry, you yell, and you could write, you could sing, but through that through that releasing, you're releasing emotions and you're starting your healing process to the point when you talk about it, you're not afraid to talk about it. You're not afraid to share your experience with someone to help someone to heal. Um, Healing process is something that um, you want to do, so you'll be. Yo, that cat's no good. I'm so sorry. My cat just stole a chip from my son, ran downstairs because I'm downstairs. He's upstairs. And I see the cat with the chip, and I hear my son, Lassa! And the cat is eating the chip, like literally eating the chip right in front of me. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. But don't come downstairs. I'm recording. Don't come downstairs. Um, Stop. I'm recording. So, I'm so sorry. I lost my train of thought. Healing process is very important. You're able to help another individual. You're able to identify certain things. You're able to warn somebody of something. Like I could give you an illustration. You're walking down a road, right? And the road has a hole. Either you trip, you almost fell in the hole, or you fell in the hole, or you saw the hole before you got there. Since you walk, so the walking is Lasta, don't go. No, what? He's coming up. She's coming up. So the walking represent the steps of healing. Okay, the process of healing. So when you get to the hole, you're going. You seen that what you seen what happened to you. You seen all the pain, the neglect, and the hurt, and the tears, and the confusion, and all those emotion, hatred, sadness, depression, the ugliness within that person or within you. All of that is in that hole. Then when you confront that hole, you see that hole, you're like, wow, I don't want to go in that hole. Or when I was in that hole, I didn't like it. Oh, that hole don't look right. Then you identify what that hole is. Guess what you do? Either you can warn somebody else that's walking in the same path, tell them, oh, don't go that way because there's a hole, or you get together with a group that builds, that's puts cement or something in that hole to fill it up so no one else trip on it. So when you warning somebody, you're helping somebody through a healing process, or you giving them word of encouragement, or you're identifying, you're saying it, you see what it is and you say it for what it is, so that person is either the person receive it, and when you say it with love. Okay, you don't say it like with arrogance, like, yeah, this is what it is and you need to take care of it, okay, get your life together. No, you say it with love, okay, and you say it with a type of, with peace, and know that the person you're talking to is fragile, and those steps that you took towards that hole is healing process, and you're helping that person to heal. Now when a person don't get that healing process when they need to, if they confront somebody else that's going through something, they won't know how to help them, and most of the time hurt people. And sometimes you don't even know you're hurting the person. You think it's fine, but you built a wall. You didn't go through your healing process when you needed to. You distracted yourself with either with work, people, TV, money, traveling, relationships, material things. So you didn't go through that healing process. So you build a wall. So when that situation come up, it's like, whoop, you're straightforward, and you don't care. You take it how it is. I said what I said, and the person is fragile, and everything happens for a reason, and you don't know if that God had allowed that person to come to your life to get a word of encouragement for you, and you just shattered the person even more. They're already shattered, but you shattered that person even more because you did not give a word of encouragement. You didn't know how to give a word of encouragement, because guess what? You're hurt as well. You are in pain, but you don't realize it until when you start to reflect on your pain, you start to reflect on your hurt, you start to reflect on your character, you start to reflect on how you respond to things. That's when you be like, whoa, there's something not right. When you go to counseling, when you talk to the counselor, you start to talk about, and they're gonna ask you a question: how was your childhood? How was you raised? Did you have friends? Did you live in a 2-parent household or 1-parent household? Or did you have no parent? How was your teenager life? They're going to ask you questions. Then you're going to start reminiscing, start talking. Then boom, you stop. You freeze. And you think about something that happened to you traumatically. You think about something that happened to you that you had no control over. And then you shut down. Then when you shut down, then the person that is wise, or is a professional that can detect that you hit a stumbling block in your memory, then they're going to start to dissect it even more, because they want you to have a breakthrough. They want you to have start the process of healing. And that's when you release. If you're crying or if you're yelling, you start to release some pain. You start to release certain hurt, something traumatic that happened to you. Release it, and that's when the healing process starts. Now, what the healing is like for me, the illustration I could give again is where it's a balloon. You fill it up with helium, right? If you fill it too much, it pops. So when a balloon pop, it symbolized for me a person going, what you talking about? You want to fight? Okay, I got you. I revenge. But when you fill the balloon up just enough air, but you see it's about to explode, you deflate the balloon, or you let the balloon deflate all the way. There's no air, and you release that pain. You release it. Instead of popping, you release it. You release that air. So when you go through that healing process, you realize what was there, and you realize that you shut it down. You distract yourself. You didn't think about what happened. You didn't realize it was there. But when you realize it was there, you realize there's a wall. There's a wall. Like, you just see a wall. Like, before you didn't see the wall, you thought you were seeing straight. But when you seen the wall, you're like, wow. Then little by little, that wall is being breaking down. And when that wall is being breaking down, you're like, wow, there's something that really hurting me, and this is the reason why I'm acting like this. This is the reason why I'm not letting people in. This is the reason why that I can't understand certain people when they act this way, but now I do. And when you start to realize that, guess what? You're starting the healing process. And guess what? You can help someone else that's going through something similar. Whatever traumatic event you went through. Sometimes people are not open to talk about something, but there's a word that you could use. Be like, it could be a key word that you could use, and that person could feel safe around you, and they could start to express themselves. And they're not going to tell you everything in one day, depending on the person, but the minute that you said that keyword, and the minute you open yourself to that person and letting that person that, you know what, you can tell me something confidential, and I can give you advice, and I could tell you my testimony, I can tell you my experience and how I was able to get healing. And from there, you can help another person. Instead of having another individual on this earth hurting another individual without them knowing, it's best that you get the healing, and you can help someone go to the right direction to get their healing process. And for me, I'm so appreciative of the healing process. And sometimes it's painful. Sometimes you refuse to go through a healing process because you're like, yo, this was not supposed to happen to me. That person had a choice, but the person chose to do what they want to do and hurting me. But when you I don't want to say humble, when you have humility and you think about, there's so much more love than hate. You're like, you know what? I surrender it all. I release all the pain. I want to go through the healing process because I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to hurt no one else. I want to be able to help a person with open arms, with an open heart, open mind, and I want to be wiser. I want to give them word of encouragement. I want to help them through everything. And it's going to feel amazing to help somebody. And it doesn't have to be with money. It doesn't have to be with gifts. It's just speaking life with your mouth. It's just speaking the words and helping them. And mentally, it will help them. And mentally, they can transform their life. And they could choose either they want to get healing or stay bitter or stay hurt or stay trapped or be free. So I kind of rambled and I'm like this all over the place. But guys, I'm so grateful for the healing process. I love the healing process, the end result. Actually, I kind of love the releasing part too. Like, just getting it out, like just pushing it out, But entering the healing process, I'm gonna be real. I don't like it. But being in the healing process, taking a step towards the healing process and finishing the healing process for that particular thing is awesome. It's amazing because there's a lot you could do with that, especially with our youth, with our children, with our precious, they don't know. They all know love. But you know how they recognize something that's opposite than love? It's because there's a lot of, things in this earth that's out of our control. But if we teach our kids how to take those steps towards healing, when something else come back, it will be so much easier for them to release it and get healing and help their friends. You should see how kids are. It was a video I was watching. These little kids was playing soccer, and I guess the ball came to one. It was a blue team, white team. The little girl that was in the blue team was trying to kick the ball, right? And she missed the ball, and she got mad. She went, right? Then the girl that was on the white team recognized that she was sad. Guess what she did? She came to the little girl and hugged her and gave her a little kiss on her cheek. Kids was no love. And someone in her life taught her that. And I know it's because that person went through a healing process. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't know, that was laying on my heart today. Have an awesome night. Again, I'm so grateful for all my subscribers, everybody, my family, my loves. I'm so grateful for you guys. God bless you. Have a good night. Bye.